Good morning, everyone. I'm Morgan OTA. Thanks for waking up with us. David is off today. Kevin, you're here to tell everybody about that hot and humid weather back again. May even be worse today than it was yesterday.
Yeah, because we're not going to see any relief in the afternoon. So
okay, we got a lot of rain yesterday in the afternoon.
Yeah, we picked up a quarter of an inch really quick, but it wasn't.
You are out of luck if you want to shoot off any leftover fireworks in Davenport. City Council is reinstating its ban. KWQC's Ashley Holden joins us now. Ashley, thank you. Davenport police say they were busy with fireworks calls this week. Officers responded to more than 150 complaints on the 4th of July alone. Plans for a new elementary school in Bettendorf are moving forward. The current Grantwood building sits off Hillside Drive. The future site will be just south of here. Students will remain in the current school until the new building is complete. Construction is set to begin this summer and should be finished by next year. It is now against the law in Iowa to text and drive. It went into effect July 1st. If officers see you using handheld devices to text, play games, or use social media, they can pull you over. State troopers say if anyone is caught texting and driving in Iowa, the first offense can cost up to $110. They believe this law will save more lives.
In Iowa, we have over 100 reported car crashes every day.
Iowa's new texting and driving law is similar to the one in Illinois, but in Iowa, people can still talk on their phones while driving. New research shows there's a cancer-causing chemical in Columbus Junction schools. A study by the University of Iowa shows the chemical PCB has been found in older buildings in at least 3 states. PCBs are a type of chemical typically found in older structures. Researchers say fluorescent lighting fixtures and old building materials are to blame. According to the study, the level found in Columbus Junction schools is not high enough to cause any harm. But school officials are working to come up with a solution to the potential hazard.
Students that come to school in good condition in terms of not being sick.
School districts are not required to measure the levels of PCBs in buildings. The EPA has set guidelines regarding what levels are considered safe and acceptable. This morning, the NYPD is trying to figure out why a man opened fire at 2 officers sitting in a squad car, killing one of them. We're looking live right now at a memorial for 48-year-old Miosotis Familia. The 12-year veteran was shot and killed Wednesday morning just after midnight. Police say the shooter was 34-year-old Alexander Bond. Bond was killed in an exchange of gunfire with responding officers. Familia's partner was not hurt.
An anti-crime team encountered a male subject running on Morris Avenue.
Again, a memorial has been set up for the mother of 3. We just took a live look at that. The New York mayor and police commissioner visited the tribute, paying their respects to the fallen officer. There's a funeral today for fallen Illinois State Trooper Ryan Albin. A visitation service was held yesterday. Trooper Albin died in a crash with a semi on I-74 last week. The funeral is at Blue Ridge High School in Farmer City. North Korea's launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile has the United Nations on guard. There was an emergency meeting held Wednesday. U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley is putting a number of countries, including China, on notice. Haley says trade with the U.S. may be at risk if those countries don't stop doing business with Pyongyang.
Their illegal missile launch was not only dangerous.
President Donald Trump addressed the situation with a tweet saying, quote, trade between China and North Korea grew almost 40% in the first quarter. So much for China working with us, but we had to give it a try. North Korea will likely be a major topic during the G20 summit starting tomorrow. U.S. officials say military action is possible. Today, we could learn more about the condition of Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise. He's in the ICU recovering from a gunshot wound. He was hurt last month when a man opened fire at a practice for a Congressional baseball game. Scalise was shot in the hip and has undergone several surgeries since. He was transferred out of the ICU on June 22nd, but transferred back on Wednesday. He's now listed in serious condition. We are following developing news out of Springfield. The Illinois House is expected to hold a vote overriding the governor's vetoes to end the state's budget impasse. Speaker Michael Madigan released a statement saying, in part, House Democrats look forward to working with our colleagues on the other side of the aisle to begin healing the wounds of the last several years. Still, Governor Rauner is asking lawmakers not to override his vetoes. The plan includes a large income tax increase, and the governor said it would be a disaster. The House is scheduled to vote today at 1:30. Stick with us on air and online for any updates. Gene Meeker could soon be serving as Davenport's 6th Ward alderman. He's a former Davenport alderman at large. Meeker would serve temporarily until someone is elected in the fall. Council will take an official vote on his confirmation next week. There's an election in Davenport's 3rd Ward next Tuesday. There's an opening on City Council following Alderman Bill Boom's resignation in April. A primary election was held last month. Candidates Marion McGinnis and Carlton Wills received the most votes. Only 3rd Ward residents can vote next week. We have more information on that special election on our website. Polls will be open from 7 in the morning until 8 at night. Police in Des Moines say they had no choice responding with deadly force after coming under fire. Officers say they were trying to pull over a driver, Tiffany Lynn Potter, early Wednesday morning when she stopped the car in a driveway and ran. Police say she then fired at least one shot at the 3 pursuing officers. One of the officers returned fire, hitting Potter and ending the chase. Officers immediately began medical treatment and called for an ambulance, but Potter died a short time later at the hospital.
This is the type of thing we go head-to-head with every day. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't get to this point.
The 3 officers involved in the incident are on paid leave. That is standard procedure for a police-involved shooting. Congress is still on recess for the 4th of July holiday, but several activist organizations are planning sit-in protests at the offices of Republican senators in 21 states. This is video from a similar sit-in at the Capitol late last month. The protesters are demanding their representatives vote no to the GOP's revised health care bill, also known as the Better Care Reconciliation Act. Time right now is 6:57. Here's a live look at a sunny, hazy, and humid morning. Kevin's back next.